Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Saints Row. I am so excited to talk to you guys about this. We have a bunch of new trailers and even more gameplay little scenes to look at. Long story short, just an obscene amount of customizations in every single aspect, to clothing, to skin pigment, to becoming a unicorn, from rocking your craziest vehicle that you could ever desire, as well as customizing your base and improving it, as well as shaping the world around you by choosing what gets built where and why it's getting built, etc. Which just sounds like too much stuff. I'm gonna get smothered by choice. Okay. But, ladies and gentlemen, quick TLDR before we get into it. We are going to be moving this coverage of all games to our gaming channel, Brothers Grinn. That's where all of this will go, but just mind you, I will be trying to make things condensed, just to not spam you guys with a bunch of different content all the time. So I'll try to probably make a monster update video, or maybe just a video when they have so much to talk about. But yes, simply put, this will be over there for now. Grinn, this channel will be our streaming channel, and also our personal use channel / testing things channel, kind of the messy bunch out of them all. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let us get into what we've seen in the new trailer. Essentially every kind of customization you can think of popped in here, to prosthetics, which was a really big surprise, to having like demon arms on occasion. You'll see, man, one thing that I would just like to give a round of applause to, something that all games that tote to have an incredible amount of customization, is the hairstyles always look real fucky. You can change like the gradient of the way your hairstyle looks, the crazy highlights, to the makeup, all that stuff. And later they extrapolate on the fact that you can customize an individual side of your face. So that means your right cheekbone to your top left brow, which is mental. Also, there's like thousands of like skin pigments, scars. You can change the vascularity and definition of your muscle tissue. Not only that, but there's a metric fuck ton of customizations. Also, shout out to Chunky Monkey Shrek, which might be a double negative or whatever. But anyways, also something that kind of breezed by is that you can either choose no nudity or nudity censored, which I just don't mean. I don't know if that means like blurred or like a eggplant emoji. Don't really know. to be honest, who knows. Regardless, Schlong can maybe be out if you want it, or Hadada can be out if you want. Yeah. Another thing that they talked about to no end is the crazy customization that exists within vehicles. So one of the things that to me is really awesome about a lot of the things that they introduced, especially when it comes to cars, is that there is an evolutionary process to things. So it's not just like, hey, you can slap on whatever you want to look like and however you want to look like, which to me is always fun for the person that likes to customize and make things unique to them, but there's not exactly always a reason to keep doing it. And I'm happy they talk about the fact that one of the things that is in this game is an evolutionary process to leveling up certain attributes within your car. So the more you level up acceleration, the more you level up handling, eventually you'll unlock a special augment that is unique to that upgrade. So there is investment and grind to be had in perfecting your vehicle. There is everything from ships, hoverboards, to like VTOLs, to everything you could probably think about. Boats. There's a fucking ship, dude. Also, some of the coolest abilities that I've seen was being able to eject outside and then go into a wing glide, to be able to punch a harpoon into a car and drag it around, to also drag around a giant wrecking ball. Sky's the limit, it seems like, with the vehicle things. I talked some shit at the beginning, but I'm actually pretty hyped about it now. Granted, I'm always in love with the guns of Saints Row. The fact that you can customize them to utter hell, but this time around you can customize the individual piece of the gun, to its mag, to its base, to its barrel, to just frankly too much customization at a certain point where I'm kind of just like, dude, this is a game? Is the game customization? Because Jesus, it's just like 80%. I spent such a long time in this customization window, I'm game, I'm hyped, but golly. Also, of course, there are skins to each gun, so it changes the way they sound, but ultimately kind of has the same sequence, which is fine. But I will say this, some of the guns customizations or reskins actually make it seem like a different thing entirely. Like, I've seen this revolver that when you shoot it, projectile launches these rubber fists that hit an enemy and then slap back on the barrel, kind of like a slinky, which is just madness. Anyways, the other thing that they talked about, which this to me is the main thing, because I'm hoping it synergizes with progression. I love customization, but if you don't really earn what you have and they kind of just throw everything at you, you're kind of like, all right, well, I guess I looked through a quarter of them, 30% of the customizations, and I couldn't be fucking bothered to look at all of them because there's thousands. So I just picked what I got, and I'm off, you know? And I say this as a person who spends like 2 hours within customizations, like, you know, your character creator, that kind of thing, which is, yeah, but just the fact that I hope there is a progression unlocked to it. And because of the fact that we're going to be able to basically have a part in upgrading and evolving our church / the Saints headquarters or hangouts is awesome. The fact that you're going to be able to go from 0 to hero, it's going to be a broken down church to a fucking pristine warehouse. Awesome. Not only that, but you're gonna be able to put statues everywhere. You're gonna be able to have an armory and all those things that we're kind of used to. But granted, I think we have more of an evolutionary process of it being shitty to being pretty damn clean and awesome and all that stuff. A lot of the customization kind of things are returning from previous games. You're gonna be able to customize your Saints. I think it's more specific though, more detailed. Like you're gonna be able to customize individual people that are gonna kind of represent the Saints. You're also gonna be able to customize cars, which we've always had. And I think the style of your environment / your warehouse, or hideout, sorry. As far as clothing, I can't even get it. Just the sky is the limit. There's now layering systems in the game. If you thought they're like the skin pigment tattoos have become like Colossus, fully ordained in steel, everything seemingly is possible here. Yeah, Jesus. But one thing that kind of like quickly go by, maybe because it's not entirely customization based, it's more of a progression thing, which is what I deeply want to talk to them about or like hear about. But that is essentially that you are going to be able to have your like the city domination plan, where you can go to your map and see where each individual piece of this place or that place or this giant mall to that water depot, whatever it could be, and you're going to be able to influence where they are going to go. Now, I don't know if that's through missions or if that's through wealth. It'll be really curious to see how that plays out. But yeah. Essentially, ladies and gentlemen, one thing that I don't think anybody really doubted, because one of the things that Saints Row has always been like the kingpin of is customization, and it seems like they just went buck wild like crazy. Here's hoping that they use the engine that they made all of these cool customizations in, because that's seemingly the issue, is the progression, the gameplay, the end game, the loop, essentially, has always been a little bit of a fucky thing within Saints Row. It's usually collectibles on collectibles on collectibles, so that's what I'm really hoping to see in the next couple trailers, is what the hell the progression loop is, what is the investment for like getting guns, what is the gameplay, end game kind of look, or is it as simple as it always has kind of been, which is there's some side quests, there's some activities, there's some slight little things that you can buy around the map, get more guns, level up, and then when you've fully leveled up, you're good to go, you're done. I hope there's more in here, just because the skeleton and the base of this game looks so fun. It always saddens me when a game has so much cool customization and so many cool avenues to tweak your experience, but has a very hard limitation on the amount of things that you can do and the reasons to do them, you know? Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you're as excited for this as I am. Again, we have a brand new channel where we'll be uploading all of the new things in terms of Saints Row. Granted, I'll try to do it in bursts. So right now, our main game that we're playing is, of course, Wonderlands. So I'll pop a Saints Row one in there on occasion to see what you guys think about it. If you guys are wanting this kind of content, I hope you guys are, because I'm very excited for this. I think it's going to be a great co-op game. So at the very least, I think we'll play this a lot on stream, so we actually, depending on the reception to this on the new channel, when we cover the next Saints Row news. But if you guys are not game with it being over at the Brothers Grinn channel, then of course I will just pivot it over to Grinn channel, because I desperately want to cover this game, because I love the Saints Row series, and also just RPGs. Let me know what you guys think about maybe Grinn becoming an RPG channel. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not making more channels, but we may have to switch around what certain channels are doing. but for sure, Brothers Grinn is going to be our gaming channel. So go subscribe over there, ladies and gentlemen, if you appreciate or want more of the news, info, and everything like that. I cannot wait to keep you guys up to date on what's next. Hopefully, we get to see what the gameplay loop is next. Oh, and one last thing. They did mention that they are going to release a customization third-party thing. So similar to Saints Row, I believe it was 3. They released an extension that you could download on your PC, maybe a demo-like thing on, of course, PS4 and Xbox. The ability to actually make your character way ahead of time, giving you access to the character creator so that you could just basically not spend 5 hours in the character creator right at the cuff. That way, as soon as you get the game, you can just hit the ground running with your character that looks amazing and fantastic. Hopefully, you enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully, you go subscribe to the new gaming channel where this is now going to be over there on occasion, whenever there's new stuff. I'll try to condense it and not spam me with uploads. Thank you again, and goodbye, my friends.